Okay, welcome to something I've been waiting quite a long time for. Stultifera Navis is an event that Arknights went through, I think, about a year ago, which was another anniversary thing similar to Lone Trail here, which I just finished recently. Lone Trail was amazing. I absolutely loved it. But the story of Arknights, the stories are usually really long, which is why I didn't play it on any streams, and also I was trying to get through it between work and church and other things. Stultifera Navis was the previous one, to my knowledge, and at the time that I did it, I was severely underprepared. I did not have nearly the roster that I have now. They were not nearly as powerful as they are now, and Stultifera Navis had a lot of game mechanics I hadn't been introduced to yet. So it really threw me for a loop. I managed to complete it, but only barely, and there were a lot of missions I wasn't very happy about my methods for. But now I'm much better equipped. I have a much larger roster, with much higher levels going on. And now it is my chance to go for a rematch. I aim to check out all of the story missions, minus the story. I won't be going through the story because, again, it's very long, but it is very, very good, at least in my opinion. So anyone who wants to check that out, feel free to look it up on YouTube or something. I'm sure you'll get a kick out of it. I aim to check out the missions themselves, examine my old strategies, and then see if I can one-up them with my new roster and my somewhat improved strategic thinking. Look at this. Beautiful artwork. This cool background music. Cool noises. There's even some treasure chests I didn't do, which gives me even more reason to do these. This was an interesting mode where you can unlock extra stuff to work with or extra story elements by completing missions under certain circumstances. I wasn't expecting this to give me more than one line of story. I guess we'll read that later or something. I didn't realize I did. Wait a minute. Did I not get all of Lumen's things? I guess not. Huh. Alright. Well. We start at the beginning. There's even a mission here that I didn't complete. What the heck was that? Why is this happening to Gran Faro? First the Ager, then the cultists, and now these dang monsters. I need to leave this place. Otherwise, I've seen it with my own eyes. The Inquisition's flames will burn a person's soul dry. I leave these things to you. Clear SN1. Oh, it's because I haven't actually replayed the missions yet, so it doesn't count them as completed. Alright, SN1. Set the auto-deploy before I forget. A nice, simple level. Not a whole lot going on here. A sea terror in the plaza. Sounds a bit like an Iberian proverb. Enemy info. We are dealing with these enemies, which I had never seen before at the time. I thought they'd just be analogs of regular enemies I had seen before. They are not. Alright, let's see how I did this at least a year ago. Looks like I already had Eyjafjalla and Ling, who are easily two of my most used and most powerful units even to this day. Thorns, I already had. He's pretty good. I didn't remember having W already. W's alright. I haven't used her much, but I've gotten some pretty good use out of her when I have. Windflit, I think I was trying out. I don't think I've used him much at all. I didn't even remember using him for this. If for it to make sense that I would use her, I ended up using Corosira more later on. for reasons that I will get into later. And Texas and Shav, who at the time were my two favorite vanguards. They're still really good. Alright, let's see how I did. I probably aced this one. Early missions are usually really easy, even for non-veterans.
Yep, another beautiful day.
You can't.
Ah, yeah, my classic build. Bunch everyone up by the exit to make something of a damage hole.
I can do this. Device set.
Putting Windflit up there might be a bit of a strange choice, knowing what I do now. And Ling didn't even last that long because my... So we're already dealing with an effect that was new to me, and that is that little circle that's currently under Windflit and is slowly decreasing. That is elemental damage, which I don't think I dealt with before, at least not in this context. Elemental damage has various effects depending on the element. In this case, it severely stuns the victim, and possibly also deals significant damage to them. The healers I am using in this case are not capable of healing elemental damage. So, of course, that's a bit of a problem.
The total despair when he realized he was gonna get blown to bits no matter what he did. Wasn't that hilarious?
So I can go into that with much better healers and much better positioning. Maybe I'll see if I can do that with the same characters, but better... No. I'll switch things up just a little bit. But let's take this first. Alright. Let's try this with an updated team. And because this is an easy mission, I don't think I'll go too overboard. I'll use some of my less used characters. I don't think I've really used Granny much. Let's put her in there. Just for the sake of leveling her trust, let's throw in Psyleech. Or is it Psylocke or something? Something Gaelic, perhaps? I've recently learned that Tequila is actually really good. I would not have known. I didn't know how to use him very well when I got him. Now I have, of course, frickin' Lennar, who's frickin' Tequila on steroids, but... I don't think I'll use him, but I'll bring him in anyway, just for the heck of it. I'll bring in Bybeat, because I also heard she's overpowered, so I kind of want to start building her up. Actually, can I... Yeah, let's give her a bit of a level boost.
이런 전투 방법이 있다니 생각도 못했어요.
What do we got for defenders? There's Blemishine that I can pull out again. Or Bison, who I've never used, but I wish I used him more. I feel like Bison would be me if I was braver. Oh, if only folks in my chat would talk to me, I could ask for their opinion. Could also use Heavy Rain. Not that I need to think about this that much. This level's easy freaking peasy. Screw it, I'll bring both of them. Why not? Let's bring in Melanite, who I've never... Actually, let's bring in both of these characters. Just for fun, Spectre the Unchained, who I very recently got. And look, she's already boosted up to Eve 1 level 80. Scotty the Corrupting Heart for similar reasons. Now, the actually important part. I need elemental healers. Wandering medics, that's what they're called. I can do this. I think I can work with this team just fine.
Shall the hunt begin?
This mission's so easy that I don't know that there will be a whole lot of new strategy happening. It's just a fun little update to what I did before.
Follow me. Forward.
Oh, Granny costs 14? I didn't know that. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring a polar in to deal with this hole. I didn't... Whoops. Oh well.
It's my duty to stand here.
Nah.
Adjusting firing trajectory. Complete.
Leave it to me. My locks will clear a path. You've never ever noticed the hideous grins of conspirators. Rescue Team Mulberry in position.
Oh yeah, I totally should have brought a polar. This is super slow.
Where are you looking? It's dangerous to get distracted.
敌人还没有发现我的样子。
Everyone, focus on fighting. Just leave treatment to me. I've got a way to treat you here. Leave it to me.
Alright. Wait, who just... Wow, she died already? Are you kidding me? Alright. I'll take her out, put in Bybeak.
I'm here. Don't huddle there. Hard for me to assess the blast area.
Man, that elemental damage. And this guy, just in general, hits like a truck. Why did he just walk in there? I never noticed that. Hey, Wahem, you made it!
Where are you looking?
Welcome
Dangerous
back!
to get distracted. Can't you hear the children's cries?
In case you missed it, Wahem, Stultifera Navis is a game mode that I technically completed the story of when it first ran, but I was a much greater noob at the time with far underprepared characters, so I wasn't very happy with how I got through the story. My goal this time around is to repeat the story missions by observing all of my old strategies and then seeing if I can make better ones. This one, I forgot to bring a polar here. That's my bad, but it doesn't really matter. These missions are easy enough.
敌人还没有发现我的样子。
Oh, wow, that... What? I really wish that character was more useful. She seems really neat, and she's technically part of the like,
Thank you.
bully the event time. Yeah, basically. And hey, the actual theme song of this event is great, and I'll be revealing that later, so... But it's perfect for this. Alright, let's see what I did for SN2. Same team that I used in the first one last time I played. I tend to do that. Sometimes I'll make a starter team for the easy missions and then just roll with it until the missions require a better setup.
Can't let them bully us. Let's go.
Let's begin. And thus has autumn made reckon.
So I could have been safe if I put Texas in that middle square. Oh yeah, because there's that one square next to her feet is blocked off. I didn't even notice that at first. So yeah, here's more of my bad strategy from back then. Putting Texas at the back instead of at the front.
Cut them to pieces.
Winflet at the front for some reason.
What is it you guys fight for?
When will the hate sunk beneath the battlefield disperse?
And then a few overpowered characters that I really didn't need. Though they may have been fairly new to me at the time.
To gaze the fire from afar, knowing not its heat.
Device set.
When will the hate sunk?
You can't stop me.
Mission accomplished.
The team just ling and random ops. Yeah, kinda. At the time, a lot of my strategies were random ops. I didn't know what I was doing.
Nice and warm.
Okay. Well, let's double check what we're dealing with. So there's a choke point right there in the middle. And I'm really good at dealing with choke points most of the time. As much as well, I'll keep Andriana in there for no other reason than building up trust and whatnot. This is one of the first skins in the game I bought. I just thought this was a really cool skin. I didn't finally get the character until way, way later. Like, I think I didn't get her until earlier this year. And I've hardly used her since then, because I've got better characters. The thing that mainly sucks about her is you can't really see it in the background there. Because of her artwork. Oh gosh, dang it. She is one of the Abyssal Hunters. With, like, Scotty and... names fail me. But Scotty and those other folks. It's super cool super warriors from under the sea. She's one of them. And she has no place in any story so far. And is also clearly not all that great. And it's like, why? This character looks so cool. Why did they butcher her? Like, I love the plastic clip-on case for this gut. That's so neat. I guess she's not even E1 yet, so that might help. Let's see, the second skill, attack plus 130, but normal attacks no longer attack enemies below 50%. Attack slow enemies hit by minus 20% for 3 seconds. It's like, what's the point of not... And maybe this is me being naive. I have a bad habit of doing that when it comes to seemingly imbalanced negatives, but like... What's the point of not attacking enemies that are only half dead? Like, I guess it prepares them to be more easily handled by later units, but, like, this game is so cramped, why would you need that? when pretty much any other operator of the same class will just deal with them themselves. She's just a really strange character with a really cool design. Anyway, let's see. Should I work with this, or should I build up the old team? Whoops, I forgot to turn her skin back on. She looks straight up like she aged 5 years between these two images. She's not the only one to have that kit? Who else has that kit? Absinthe has a similar kit. I don't have that character, so I wouldn't know. In fact, I've never heard anyone mention... That's another thing that's weird about Andreana and also Absinthe. I never hear anyone ever talk about them. Oh, nah. Absinthe, according to you, Hwahem, only targets enemies below certain HP. Andreana only targets enemies above certain HP. So if you were to try and complete a mission with only Andreana, and you used that skill, you would screw yourself over. Because she straight up wouldn't kill anything while she used that skill. It's like, yeah, that's great if you're going for incapacitation, but incapacitation isn't really a thing in this game, except as a debuff, and she doesn't debuff the enemy, except for maybe briefly slowing them down. So yeah, as skill 1 it is.
到任务时间了吗？我知道了。
I'm just debating who I want to take out to replace with Windflit, if anybody. I guess I'll take out Scotty for now. I can use her later. Where is Windflit? I don't remember what class Windflit is. Is he a guard type? Oh no, he's probably a supporter type. Yeah, there he is. Okay, that's why I had him at the front, because his skill only works if he's at the front. Okay, yeah, I was experimenting with Windflit. That's why I had the build the way I did. His attacks only work if he's at the front, and his batteries, his support devices, only work on casters and supporters. Which is weird. So I think I might actually say never mind. Because I currently do not have any casters or supporters in this. Well, I've got Scotty, but why would I need to support Scotty on this? Scotty's whole deal is that she is a support unit. Specifically a healer type. Anyway, moving on. I've been talking way too long. I only have so long tonight. I wanted to get through more than 2 missions.
Alright, let's bring home a victory.
It's weird to me that Granny cost frickin' 14.
In position.
That is really expensive for a character of her type. And I think that's after improving her potential, so that's like the lowest that her deployment points can get.
It's my duty to stand here.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't done the potential thing yet.
Rescue Team Mulberry in position. My locks will clear a path. Where are you looking?
I love that her
It's dangerous to get distracted.
powered up move is to beat them with the lance instead of spearing them with it.
And homeland fading into nothing but memories.
See, maybe it's 11 with her potential, and I just haven't maxed it out, because she's 14 currently, which is ridiculous for her character type. Let's see how long Andreana lasts again.
Sure.
Oh, and we got one of these things in here. I didn't even notice that. That's gonna be tricky.
It's my job to ensure everyone's safe.
So for anyone who doesn't know, the problem with these guys is that they have a 75% chance to dodge any attack thrown at them. So I got lucky dealing with that guy quickly, but later on, they're a real pain in the butt. They threw a lot of people for a loop. And me, since I was still kind of new to the game at the time, I'd only been playing for about a year and hadn't really had the funds for building up a good roster. Yeah, I didn't have a fun time with those things.
Everyone, please be careful.
What's 80? Oh, the dodge chance? I'm pretty sure it's 75, at least for these default dudes. It might be 80 for the red ones later on. I'm gonna... Yeah. I'll put you in here to help out.
Where are you looking? It's dangerous to... You've never ever...
So the fact that these guys are already showing up means that I need to start bringing in
Where are you looking?
like, some characters with silence abilities, just to move things along, because this could be going a lot faster.
It's my job to ensure...
Maximum output.
Or stuns. I don't think I knew at the time that stuns could help. But even then, I think silence is more useful against them, because they can dodge a stunnable attack, right? Sheds still line the shores, offering a glimpse of how bustling the small town used to be. People from all over used to arrive, trying to restore a glimmer of hope following the calamity. But now, it's been abandoned, its sheets of metal rusting away. The precious materials once used to build this place are now scattered about everywhere, no longer of anyone's concern. Okay, level 3! What did I do last time? I've changed up my build a little bit, it seems. I'm now using Amiya and Chest. Okay, so I did have a couple elemental healers at the time. I'm using Shen. Got Amiya and Korosirum, who was one of the only 2 or 3 characters I had at the time with that could silence the enemy. Oh, I forgot to check those enemy types to see if it's 75 or 80% dodge chance. We'll see soon. How did I do last time? Placing him back there was a slightly strange call, but at least he's not all the way at the back. I think I was still experimenting with him and Texas at the time. And there's the Nethersea brand, which is a new effect unique to this game mode. It slowly spreads along the ground and deals continuous damage to units standing on it, but it's also blocked by units standing on it as long as it hasn't passed them. Which is why I put Soraya down there. Also, these enemies can waltz right on through anyone standing on the stuff, which makes them that much trickier to deal with.
You can't stop me.
The stressful test phase is now beginning.
Solidify.
So I was saying that this story kicked my butt last time. We haven't gotten to the part where it actually did, but you can already see one or two ways that I'm screwing things up. And I had a good idea with Corosium and Ifrit here, of course. This is kind of what they're meant to do in the basest form. But,
Keep screaming!
Mission accomplished. Where did you find the courage to challenge me?
Wraith with dodge? What do you mean? And actually, let's check the details quick. Nethersea Predator, a sea terror that has learned to use its chitinous skull to deal physical attacks, storing scraps of food in its body comprised of countless tiny creatures. Cannot be blocked while on Nethersea brand, gains physical and arts dodge, disabled by certain negative statuses. Okay, so it's not gonna give you the exact amount. I wish it did, and I wish we could see numbers instead of just having letter rankings for their stats, because it would make it way easier to plan around these guys without having to do trial and error all the time. It's such a weird design to do that for them and not for playable units. Wahem says, of course, it's Arknights. Okay. So we're going to switch things up now, because things are getting a little bit trickier. Let's say... hold on. Well, I'm gonna bring in Corosium and Ifrit again, because why not? I'll bring in Saga and Psyleech. Lapland, who I didn't have at the time, but was apparently virtually essential to completing this game mode. I'll bring in Texas Skill 1, because Skill 1 has silence on it, and is much more useful than Waifu's skill, which also has silence in it, but it only silences for 7 seconds and only on deployment, whereas Texas keeps attacking for those 12 seconds, and all of those attacks silence the target. Of course, we need our elemental healers. I'm sorry if you can hear the Discord beeps, a friend of mine is ranting at the moment. Of course, we need someone to put down on the Nethersea brand, so I'll take Saria specifically for that. I'll take Nyan. Because she has a silent skill. Let's add a Hayek, because she can silence the enemies, though it's only for 1 second, but whatever. Am I forgetting anything crucial? I don't think I am. Just for fun, let's throw in Shen, who I also did not have last time and was virtually essential to completing the final mission of the story. I probably don't need her for this strategy. This is still only level 3. Things are starting to get a bit tricky, but they're not nearly as difficult as later.
The holiday's always over in the
Okay,
blink
you
of
go
an eye.
there.
Well then, let's get to work.
Sileach gets to go here.
It's my duty to stand.
You get to go here.
Arrived at designated position. Treatment target sighted. Your orders. You've never ever noticed the hideous grins of conspirators.
You go there.
Rescue Team Mulberry in position. It's my job to ensure everyone's safety.
Yeah, I'll keep that lane shot thing going on. Maybe I should have put him back here though. Oh well. I'll use her to deal with this guy for now.
Need speed to succeed.
Do you have any additional directives?
Would you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing but memories?
It's interesting that it got stuck on her once it stepped outside of the Nethersea brand. There's just that slight overlap there. Alright, I will take Sileach out now. I'll put Lapland in.
Solid yielding is not an option.
There we go. And now you get to go here, I think.
Rude. Didn't I tell you not to get
Solidify.
S3 them? With who? I've got multiple characters with... Oh, that was bad timing. Oh well.
How can that be?
Solidify.
I can do it too.
You can order me for anything you'd like.
Get a hold of your breathing and relax.
As a hint to how bad of a player I was for a while, I managed to get Saria really early in my time with the game, and didn't use her for a long time because I thought healing defenders were kinda useless. I was like, why would I want a defender that can heal people around them when I could get a defender that shoots the enemy with guns?
Nobody cares.
Now I know better.
I thought I was just here as a consultant.
You can order me. I'd like to ensure you all persevere until I can gather enough data.
Just who are you?
Splash the fish to death.
These small fry ain't even close to quelling my hunger.
Alright, we open this one. This place may have been inhabited by ancient islanders, as the signboards bear faintly visible patterns distinct from the Iberian style. Now it is completely uninhabited, and when the previous inhabitants left, they lacked the time to even take their supplies with them. That's a training mission. I don't need to do that one. Alright, how do I open this one? Defeat a total of 80 Nether Sea Predators, excluding tutorials. I'll be doing that throughout the rest of the campaign. Give me just a second. Okay, everything's fine. I'm gonna take just a second to close my air vent. It's getting hot in here. Actually, I'm just making my window a little bit too, to let some of this heat out. I'll be able to sleep tonight in the space this morning. Alright, making decent progress. I was hoping to be done with at least mission 5 by the time I had to go to bed, and technically my bedtime is in a few minutes, so I can afford to stay up a little later if I have to. I do that with like every stream, I know, but alright, this one. I remember this one messing with me a little bit, because it threw a lot of those dodgy boys at me, and I didn't have a build for them. Alright, going back to the stream. Sorry for all that. Maybe I should cut that out of the YouTube video before I upload it. Okay. Before you step through the entrance, you must first sweep aside all obstacles. Hand of the Saint, which is a usable item in these missions going forward, bounces a Hand of the Saint in the deployed direction, stunning and dealing damage to enemies it collides with. And you can modify the Hand of the Saint to do various things. With this thing, yeah. Hand of the Saint can remove Nether Sea Brand along its travel path, or bounce between walls repeatedly, stunning and inflicting damage. There's other effects here that I have set up for now. Halves the rate at which Nether Sea Brand spreads. Operators gain +1 block. Melee have +40 healing effectiveness. And Vanguard, Guard, Defender, and Specialists have increased attack when deployed for the first time. I swear I keep seeing messages show up in stream chat and then disappearing, and I don't know why. But if you've been talking to me, Wahem, for some reason I'm not getting those messages. You're not talking? Alright. Okay. Frickin' finally moving forward here. Let's see how I did last time I played this. So I did at some point learn that Jay had silencing abilities and could be useful. But yeah, he and Koroserum and Waifu down here at the time were the only characters that I had that could silence the enemy. This was a pain in the neck because Koroseum's really expensive and only silences with his skill. Jay is technically really expensive because he constantly saps deployment points when he's on the field. So you kinda gotta put him down last or don't expect to be able to use anyone else for a while. And Waifu only silences on deployment, and then you have to pull her out and drop her again to get the silence again. Also, I used Hung for some reason, which may have been a mistake. I want to like Hung, but his abilities only work if he's getting attacked, and it's like... It's such a weird combination, man. His entire ability is basically purely designed for stalling. At least from what I can tell. Every time I've tried to use him, it hasn't worked out.
You can't stop me. You can't stop me.
I don't think I had realized yet that those things could go through me on the Nethersea brand. I wasn't as great at paying attention to things like that. But, I don't know. Yeah, I really let it spread here. Which I probably should not have done
You can't stop me.
when I last did this mission.
Of course. This is part of work, too.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
See... Oh, no, wait, I see why I put him there. I was gonna say, I didn't need to put Thorn there because of that choke point, but nah, there's an enemy spawn up there that I almost didn't notice.
I've got a way to trick you here. Everyone, hang in there.
Of course. This is part of work, too.
Cut them to pieces.
Well, that actually went surprisingly well.
Weaklings.
But I think I can do better now. Okay, Nethersea starts in 2 places. Who can I use to stop the one at the bottom? That's my question. Let's see. I'd love to have another Ifrit Koroserum combo going on here, but I don't know if I'd be able to pull that off. These levels trick me into trying to be pretty with my strategies. I'll grab you. Actually, I might just stick with you and Sileash again. Definitely want Lapland. Definitely want you. Oh yeah, I should probably just use Nian. Let's make sure we get our healers in there. Honeyberry and Mulberry. The two berries. They're very good. Texas. Let's grab whole Hayek. I'll toss some Chen in there. Let's see, who have we got so far? Highmore will probably be really useful later. Sorry, I'm just thinking. Osmanthus could maybe be helpful, because I've got her set up so her attacks deal 3 instances of damage at once. That's one of the ways to kill the dodgy boys, is to just overwhelm them with attacks to capitalize on that 20% chance. But I need more ground units. Somebody to put in the middle. Surely they'll not dodge them all. I mean, if they Naruto run, they might. Irene! Why didn't I think about Irene? I'll bring Irene in here. Yeah, I'll do that one. Brilliant, this should work. Did I grab Koro Serum? I may have forgotten to grab Koro Serum. Oops. Yes, it did. Oh well. Let's see how we do here. I can erase it from that tile. Cool. Now that I have this hand. So let's see, can I erase it from both and stop it from spreading ever?
It's my duty to stand here.
That'll make things much easier. I probably didn't have that ability the last time I did this mission. Okay, you go there immediately. Yep, problem solved. There you go. Still gotta worry about these guys, but now I don't have to worry about the brand. Actually, I will put you here.
Preparing rescue. It's my job to ensure everyone's safe. How rude! Didn't I tell you not to get dust on my tail?
Got a problem?
I'll go deal with this guy up here.
You ran into me. Moving to designated location.
Can't you hear the children's cries?
Get out here, Irene.
My sword will respond the instant I spot the movement.
Let's see how this does. I might not need to put anyone else down.
It's my job to ensure everyone's safety. Where are you looking? It's dangerous to get distracted. Your orders. You've never ever noticed the hideous grins of conspirators.
Looking good so far.
Don't step. My eyes will find the truth.
Wow, that worked way better than I thought it would. I knew it would work, but I didn't think it would just straight up kill him. Alright, now time for your skill.
Don't step. My heart will be the judge.
Nailed it.
Slice them up like a minifolia. How do you like it?
The only thing I don't like about Lapland is why she has massive freaking dinner plates on her sword. And you can't even call them plates because they're more like compasses. Just why? What is that supposed to be? Some kind of arts unit? It looks so strange. And way overdone. This is the lighthouse the elders spoke of, the Eye of Iberia in Geordie's dreams. These corridors, stairs, and panels may once have been tread upon and touched by his parents. Geordie tries to feel an aura of familiarity from them. Countless times he has sketched his parents' likenesses from his imagination, the way they would shuttle between lighthouses. Those few notes left behind correspond to reality, line by line. Perhaps their bones are still interred somewhere in this lighthouse. The thought makes Geordie shudder. Now he stands at the same place, his hand covering the same control panel. Where, then, will fate take him? Geordie decides not to think about these things. He must accomplish his duties, irrespective of his identity, his worth, or his beliefs. Geordie stands here for the sake of his unrealistic dreams, and though he may be anxious and uncertain, the one thing he is not is lost.
So, you're the Doctor. Pleased to meet you. My codename is Lumen, and I will now be serving as a Rhodes Island operator. Even if I can only bring you a thin filament of light, I will give all my strength.
This is Geordie, by the way. I just realized how ironic it is that shortly before this, I was playing Blasphemous, which takes place in a fictional version of Spain. Because all of this, Stultifera Navis, takes place also in a fictional version of Spain. Excuse me. Okay, moving on. Lighthouse control room. I think I remember this mission. This map looks familiar. I remembered it coming later. Lay foes low with bravery's blade. Light the way with hope's flame. I remember nothing about my strategy with this, except that I think I had Irene. Let's find out. I did not. Or either I did not, or I did and didn't know how to use her. I really need to remember one of these days to figure out how to set things up so I can record my chat for YouTube.
Cut them to pieces. I'll be careful.
Is there no Nether Sea brand on this one? Or is an enemy going to show up that spawns it later?
A fine choice.
Oh yeah, there it is. Where's that brand coming from? Oh, you know what? I think it's the skull face dudes. I think if they die, they start spreading it.
Just who are you weak? Cut them to pieces.
What a ruckus.
Yielding is not an option.
Well, I used an interesting strategy here, putting... and you could tell I was struggling to figure out exactly what to do about this setup, but... It seems I put thorns up there to point him down so he could attack across the way. That way I could put Jay on the left side to deal with any stragglers that slipped through. But I can bring in a puller for this one now. So this could be interesting. Actually, can I add in a pusher too? Let's double check. Oh no wait, puller won't work because there's a fence there. Never mind. That's a shame. I would have loved to yank them back into the ocean. Well, now I can put Lapland here, which is more useful than putting Jay at the back. I'd put her here, but I feel like she'd get absolutely bombarded. Let's double check the enemy info. Spawns Nether Sea brand at its location when defeated. Yep. Increased resistance. So I want to silence them, and hopefully that will stop the Nether Sea brand from spawning. Alright. Can I make any use of Choro Serum here? Maybe, but it doesn't look like it'll be much more than just a... Well, it'll shoot across the way. Maybe. I think Holhayek might be more useful here. We'll have to see. But I don't believe I need 2 defenders. And I probably don't need Rosmontis. So yeah, also Choro Serum in.
Ah, another assignment perfect for testing weapons. Of course, I'm very pleased to be working with you, Doctor.
Let's take out Rosmontis. And who do we swap her with? Hmm. For anyone wondering why there's two of them now, I believe this is a representation of the two different sides of her split personality. Because this version of Spectre has kind of reconnected with who she used to be, and her personalities have kind of come together at this point in the story. So yeah, maybe I'll do Spectre as my last character. Just for fun.
Ah, shall the hunt begin? Follow me. Forward. It's my duty to stand here.
Maybe I should have put her back here. Just for fun. We'll put Spectre here to start with.
Did you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing but memories? Everyone, please be careful. I'm not yet satisfied.
I just realized I can't put units out here. I forgot about that. Alright, Holhayak, I guess you're going there instead of Corusserum.
To get distracted.
Oh! Her alternate personality is her new doll form. That's cool. I really like that. That's neat.
I thought I was just here. Oh, your arms aren't working. How can that? Where are you looking?
And since I'm able to silence them now, they're not spreading it, though this part might be tricky. I'm gonna take her out so that she doesn't kill any of them before they could be silenced. Maybe I should have brought Nian for this as well. I'll bring out Irene.
Locked and loaded. Did you ever imagine friends turning against each other and homeland fading into nothing but memories? I can do it too.
Let's do this just for extra fun.
Focus on fighting. Just can you do it? Could you even leave?
A lot of people said Holhayak isn't that useful. I think she's great. For the first part, she's got this scattershot attack, which Amiya also has, but Amiya's is auto-activated and stuns her afterward, and Holhayak's is manually activated and doesn't stun her. And it adds a randomized levitate effect, which is actually a lot nicer than you would think it would be based on its stats. I just think it's great. Not particularly special, but it's fun and it's handier. It's handy in a pinch. And that's kind of Holhayak's whole deal, is that she's good at getting out of a pinch.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, that went much more smoothly.
Waiting for a compliment?
In a half-open safe sits an outdated nautical chart, once used by the old Iberian fleet to conquer the seas. the crystallization of their explorations through the mist. Unfortunately, it is now nothing more than scrap paper. A few other miscellaneous items sit at the bottom of the safe, with nobody left to use them. I could stop here and go to bed, and I probably should. Only 46, huh? Oh, no, okay, that mission earlier that had Lumen on it, that wasn't for his potential, that was to collect Lumen as a character himself! How could I forget that? Well, I might as well collect these. Can I get everything now? Or almost everything? I can get a lot. Oof. Goodness, I already almost bought out the entire shop. Cool. I'm just gonna go do some shenanigans out here quick.
Resources received.
注意安全，博士。
Let's buy a couple more of you. What do we got going on in the shops? I don't remember. Alright. Well, I have completed, what was it, 97% of this? I just gotta open that chest. Next up is the Lost Flagship, which features levels 6, 7, and 8. And then Nameless Ocean, which features the last 2. Wow, I never even 3-starred level 9. Wow. I thought level 10 was the only one I thought I was able to 3-star all of them, but I guess not. Well, what I could do for this one in the future is put Lapland here, I think? I'll put Lapland in one of these spots, and Nian in the other one. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of this. I should really probably stop now. We can do the rest of it tomorrow, hopefully. Hey, Wahem, have you come back yet? I suspect Wahem has actually not returned yet. What a shame that they'll have missed the rest of my stream. Oh well. Just for fun, let's see what this gives us. The ad video.
しかし、その広大な野望も静寂の中でひっそりと消えてゆく。黄金の時代はとうに語る言葉を失い、大地の僧帽もまた闇の潮流に飲まれ瞑目した。今ここにそれは再びまなじりを決するだろう。
Such a massive lighthouse.
イベリアの名のもとに。
Scotty being awesome. Too bad she's not really that useful. At least not these days. Ocean Nun with a saw blade. Oh, that's where it ended. Okay. Well, there you go. That was the ad video for the Stultifera Navis event. What other medals do I have to do? I've got quite a lot to complete. So that's something I forgot to say, is I did unlock the challenge missions last time I played. I was not able to complete any of them, unless maybe this one, but I was not able to do much. I have decided to do the rest of these on my own time, but if I catch up in the story, then I might start doing what remains on stream, but I'll still do them in my own time. My goal... Whoops, not that one. My goal is to get all of the medals for this event, because I love this event, and it would help me complete one of my goals for this game, which is to have all giant medals in my little rack here. It's a shame there wasn't a giant medal for the Monster Hunter crossover, because that's what that's one of 2 medals available from that, and I would have loved to have a big one on there, just to say I took part in it and mastered it. Didn't quite master it. That boss was real tough, but there's the Lone Trail one that I just got a couple days ago. Here's a couple that are just from playing the game as long as I have. The rest of these are mission completions, story completions. That was the first one I ever got right there, the first one of that size. I hope to have a full set, and maybe someday I'll even replace these 2 with story missions, just to show how many adventures I've been on. I think I'll also change this. What is this one? I don't remember this one. You got a Stultifera Navis one anywhere by chance? Or something similar? This one looks like it could match. It's supposed to be wind, but whatever. What is this one? Ah, Phantom of Crimson Solitaire, which is also this one. There's a Vigilo one. Such cool monochrome artwork. I think I'll stick to my mountain, actually. I've conquered 2 snowy mountains and also Space Mountain. Science Mountain, if you could call that one that. Now I'm about to counter Man-Made Boat Mountain. Alright, enough stalling. I'll let everyone go. Thank you for anyone who joined me. Thank you for watching. Heads up to anyone who has seen me before but hasn't seen my last couple of streams. I have linked my YouTube and Discord channel in the bio of my Twitch, so you can check out my YouTube to see my previous streams and some other game clips I've uploaded there. You can also go to the Discord for updates on streaming plans. And yeah, I think that's about it. I will see you guys later this week for more of my Stultifera Navis rematch. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.